Bps Rps are live, 10/23/21. Happy Saturday to everybody. It's Saturday Night Fever. It's your host, Tony Nero. If you ever saw the movie, you know who Tony Manero is. We got a baseball game tonight. Dodgers Braves. I think it was originally supposed to start at 5, but Jeffrey C told me that they moved it till 8 because the Houston Boston game isn't needed today. That's Bush League. You know, you're planning to watch a game at 5 since they announced the schedule, and at the last minute they say, whoever thinks they're going to do a game at 5 o'clock, step forward, and then they put the arm out and say, hey, hold up, it's at 8 o'clock now. It's not cool. I don't agree with Major League Baseball on this. It's Bush League, and I think they got to do something. Scott, I'm talking about how they changed the time of the playoff game from 5 to 8. Jeff was telling me. What about somebody had plans? What if somebody wanted to rip at 8? Thinking like, okay, we could talk about the game. Hey guys, let's have some beers. Let's talk about the game at 8. Because you figure 3 hours, and then all of a sudden the game's starting at 8. Yeah, exactly. It's not fair. It's when the schedule came out, you saw a 5 o'clock game, which are good. They're good games. Like down here, everywhere I would think, but at Citizens Bank, when the games start at 5 on a Saturday, they're great. You're out by like 8:30, and you got a bunch of hours to become Billy Martin. The game starts at 8. It's over at midnight. You can only be Billy Martin for a little bit. And, well, yeah, they lost. I feel horrible too for you and for a lot of the Red Sox fans. I really wanted. I wanted to see a Boston or former Boston World Series myself. But no, it's not because of them. It's because Major League Baseball doesn't have the guts to stand up to corporate sponsorship and say we're doing it at 5. Don't tell us what to do. It's horrible. We got a special announcement. Tony Bps is taking his talents to Diamond Duos 5. Commissioner Brent Uberoth reached out to a bunch of people and asked if we'd be interested in taking the team over. And I told Commissioner Uberoth that I'd be interested. Let me look at the team. The team is horrible. The team was in last place this year. They have Alex Bregman, Yordan Alvarez, and Logan Webb, and just a bunch of people you would label jobbers and commons. It's horrible. So I said, yeah, I'm in. I can't lose. If they can't get no worse. So even if I get one team up, one place in the standings, I'm a winner. I saw you were. I didn't know you were 3-time defending champion. I know you. I only saw like the history from last year. I saw that you won. So give me about 5 years. If my trades work out, I might be saying, so it's you and Brand. Oh, so you and Commissioner Gordon co-manage. So you guys are the reigning champs. All right. In about 5 years, I might be able to say, hey, I finally won. Remember back on that fateful night, 10/23/21, when I said I took over, I finally won, guys. I got a lot of work to do. Who was the owner? Who owned them before? The Houston Giants. Wow. It's a rough team, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun wheeling and dealing. A jobber, obviously. I already got an offer for my for the first pick. I don't know if I want to do that. Scott, in your opinion, first pick overall, do you go with? I was just going to ask, Marcelo Mayer, Khalil Watson, or Henry Davis. They're the 3 people I'm thinking. But Davis, he's more advanced, but just because he's advanced, how you go with the higher upside, right? I would think. especially with me. If it doesn't matter if Davis comes up next year, what's the difference? I might, instead of 14th place, I might end 13th if he's even great, right? So I think I have to go Meyer or Watson. I think Meyer's safer, right? King M, what's up, brother? We're talking about I took my talents to a I'm not, I'm in 1, 3, 4, 5. I took my talents to Diamond Duos 5. Today, Commissioner Gordon reached out, asked a bunch of people if they were interested in taking over a team, and the team is probably one of the worst collections of talents I've ever seen. So I'll fit in with that team, and it's going to be a rebuilding project. The team needs like a 5-year plan. It's not like in perfect game in your league where I'm on the border of contending next year, which I would have contended this year if it wasn't for those goddamn injuries. And people like Spencer Howard and Alec Boehm sucking. But that's either here nor there. But it's going to be fun. And is it true Penn State played a game today and had 9 overtimes? OB on YouTube. Well, you are the perfect game Stifler champion. Scott is the DD5 champion. I didn't win any leagues this year. My teams all sucked. Like the Phillies, maybe next year. Obi confirmed it. Yeah, 9 overtimes. How does that happen? And I think the score was only like 19-10 or something. It wasn't like it was a lot of high scoring stuff. It wasn't like Bo Jackson was playing or Keanu Carter. It's rough. That's why it's called amateur sports, King M said. Yeah. Oops. Dropped the card. Shout out to Jeffrey C. If you're watching, Jeff. I took a ride with Jeff today. He picked up his Tesla. Beautiful car. Black and white interior. Teslas, they're beautiful. You know your cars. My car, it has all different gadgets. Like you're driving and there's gadgets all over the place. This car doesn't have all these gadgets. It just has a nice thin wood grain and a screen like between the passenger and the driver. And you just play on the computer. You don't have to like it's amazing. I like it. Good stuff, brother. Good stuff. Just got to get a chance to convert a 2 point. Oh wow. I don't get it. Well, in honor of football, we're gonna open up a pack of Score. 2021 Panini Score. I thought they're Score. Now they're called Panini. I don't know. 12 cards per pack. Patrick Mahomes 2. He used to pitch for the Twins. He was a good prospect with the Twins. I guess it never worked out like about 20 years ago. Then he reincarnated himself into becoming a Super Bowl winning quarterback. Pretty amazing story. They don't talk enough about it. I guess because he didn't play baseball and football at the same time like Bo and Dion. I don't know who these guys are. Calais Campbell looks like a wide receiver trying to catch a football, but they say he's a defensive end. What's he doing? Like, you don't defend that way unless somebody's throwing frisbee at you like as a weapon. Lemichael Perrine, running back, looks like he's celebrating. He's very tall compared to his teammates. How tall he is. He should be a like Manute Ball. Chris Jones, defensive tackle. He's defending from getting tackled because they don't look like they're taking him down. He's a Chief. Akiem Hicks, another defensive tackle. Looks like he's going to eat the football. Might be a little hungry. That might be a 4 o'clock game. He didn't get lunch in yet. Jonnu Smith, tight end. I don't know any of these guys. Game Face. I know this guy, Lawrence Taylor. This is after like probably about 6 lines. Look how intense he looks. Focused. Looks like he's all wired up. It's a great card right here. Saquon Barkley. Score team. He's a giant. Charles, his brother. I didn't know he even had a brother. Javon Holland. Ducks. There's really a football team called the Ducks? Where have I been? Yeah, it really says Ducks on here. I never knew that they expanded. It's not, no. Maybe it was after. It had to be after. After he snorted the lines. Lawrence Taylor, right? Looks like he was sweating a little. I don't know. We got to ask him. If I were me, I want to ask him. I'll put this card aside. And I want to travel up to New York. And I want to hunt down Lawrence Taylor. Oh, is this before or after? What kind of game face is this? Like the card says. This is before or after the narcotic. Michael Carter, Tar Heels. Michael Carter, Tar Heels. UNC. Yeah, Tar Heels are. It's college football. Maybe that's what a duck is. Like an Anaheim Mighty Duck. Why the hell do they put college players in these packs? They really throw me off. Larry Roundtree III. That makes sense. Jimmy Carter. It's his kid because Jimmy Carter came from Atlanta. This was North Carolina. I think they border each other. So it makes sense that his kid would go to school like a state over. I mean, I live in Philly, Pennsylvania. South Jersey's 5-minute drive over the bridge. Probably the same thing with Atlanta and North Carolina. But why do they put them in the pro packs? I don't know who Larry Roundtree 3 is. Sounds like an actor. Oh, that sounds like fun. So you'll probably stay in a couple days, right? Scotty's going over to Syracuse. Speaking of colleges, Thursday and Saturday the game. Sounds like a nice little mini vacation. 3 nights. It's nice. You flying solo? Jeff Heath and Darren Fells. I don't know any of these guys. I knew Lawrence Taylor only because of his addiction. It's a piece of shit pack. Sorry for cursing. This is the treasures again. We opened one of these last night. We opened 2 yesterday. One was a bathroom open. We got Buster Posey, which is an OB stash. We got Robinson Cano last night. Oh, all right. That'd be nice. These are the cards with the coins already in them. So you don't have to put the coin on the side of the card. They come inside. So if you want to prove to somebody that you really have it, you don't have to get a quarter or a poker chip. You just go like this. You say, see, I have the card. There's the coin to prove it. And the coin is very heavy. You could probably like really dent somebody's forehead with this if you throw it on like on a frisbee kind of slant. This is Yohan Moncada. He might be a good buy low next year. If you're in a league where you're trying to contend, unlike me. Any Moncada fans? These are extra bases Premier Edition. I don't know who made these cards. Oh, Fleer. Mount Laurel, New Jersey. That's like a half-hour ride for me. I used to work out there. This is they're like almost 1.5 the size of a normal card. This is the Red Sox mascot. He's up for a trivia prize tonight because I have doubles of it. I've never seen them either. These I've never seen them either till they came in from my supplier. Cheap plug under stadium lights. They have an app now. These were from eBay. These big ass cards. Yeah, I liked him better too when he had the second base eligibility. I think he battled COVID, so we have to give him a mulligan for this year. Buy low candidate next year. Eldred. Maybe Cal Eldred on the Mariners. Yeah. He used to be a Brewer. He's on the Mariners here. He was a jobber. Gary Gaetti, mustacheless on the Royals. Look at that. I wonder if they have binder pages for badass binders for these cards. Travis Fryman, one of my favorite players growing up on the Tigers. No, Tigers? Yeah, Tigers. It didn't look like the Tigers. Actually, I thought it was on Cleveland. I knew he was on the Tigers. Like this. World Series. Yeah, when is it Tuesday it starts maybe? I'm going to guess. I'm not really interested. I'm not interested in the playoffs this year. Once the Phillies and A's embarrassed themselves and me and didn't make it, I was like, and once the Rays got eliminated and Scott Earmuffs, once the Yankees didn't make it, not that I'm a Yankees fan, but watching a lot of Billy Martin and Yankees from the late 70s, reading a lot about that stuff. I guess I'm a big Steinbrenner fan. The way he like commanded the organization. You know, guy's got guts. And according to Steinbrenner's, country's built on people with guts, by people with guts, something. But without them, it's like. But as a Braves fan, you got to be stoked, of course. I wanted a Boston Braves, Atlanta Braves, knee Boston, and Boston Red Sox World Series. I would have loved to see that. Somebody's got to take down Houston. Mark Clark. He was no Will Clark. He wasn't even Jack Clark. Carlos Garcia. I think he had a couple good games. This is a rough pack. Will Cordero. Chuck Carr. Chuck Carr, he stole like 50 bases one year. I think that's the only thing I could have to like say something good about him. He also was named after Kit from Knight Rider's evil twin brother, Carr. Tell you, Knight Rider was so influential in our society. Tom Browning, he was a good pitcher. I think he threw a no-hitter. Look at it. This is a beautiful card. My man Rob One, if you're watching. Will Clark on the Rangers getting a bat through his chest. Look at this. We know you're a big Will Clark fan. You ever see a card with a bat going through somebody, like ready to impale somebody's chest? Never seen that before. This is worthy of Stadium Club. Maybe send this to him, my man Rob, and see if he'll autograph this. I know he stopped signing through the mail, but I told you have his address, so just knock on his door and bring in this card. Bobby Ayala. He was a Philly at one point. He was in the Mariners here. He was not good. Alex Diaz and second-year star Jason Beret. Look at that. It's like a movie reel. Jason Beret. Why would they do this to Jason Beret? They have to be like trolling him. Chuck Carr, he had the whole movie. Yeah, the whole franchise, Cars, because they appreciated his speed. And they saw how fast he was. It's easy. He's faster than a car. So congratulations, Chuck, on your life after baseball. We've got two more packs before we get in them. We're going to show the trivia. We got Wally the Green Monster. That was Chuck Carr with a C. Or you might be thinking of the actress Terry Garr. Mr. Mom. I think she was the wife. Satchel Paige. Ralph Carr. He was a baseball player, wasn't he? Ricky Henderson, fire. His car's on fire. We're going to send you to the Hall of Fame. Win a trip. When you get in touch with Panini, let them know that it's okay that I gave you the code. Roberto Clemente belt buckle. He wore this. Rub off. Dylan Carlson, Topps Chrome, 35-year, 86 retro, outfield hard glossy rookie, and Roberto Clemente. Ralph Carr was a Brave. All right. I know the name. Was he like the 70s? Stadium Club, 95. These are super premium baseball cards. These are super premium. These aren't just premium. They take premium to a whole new level. They supersize it. Like when you go to McDonald's and they're like, hey, give me a Big Mac meal. They ask you if you want to supersize it. You're like, yeah, why not? Oh, White Sox 70s with those classic uniforms. All right, Obi said he was also a Brave. He was a White Sox in the 70s. Classic uniforms. The shorts, right? Did they have shorts? I got to go with Juan Pierre better than Chuck Carr. Anybody have any opinion on that on YouTube? Chuck Carr or Juan Pierre? That's a Stauffer question. We got to send out the Bps signal to see if Stauffer can answer that as the Marlins correspondent. Speaking of the Batman trailer, I gave it another run through. It didn't look that bad. I think I said the other night, when you watch it on your phone, it's like this small. Of course it's going to be dark. You put it on the TV, you cast it to the TV, and it's bigger and it's not as dark. All right. King M is saying Juan is better than Chucky. I agree there. What about Luis Castillo? Where would he fall? And then Scott put Sednick. Well, wait, he wasn't a Marlin. All right. Juan, Pierre, Chucky, Carr, Luis Castillo. 3 fast Marlins. If we have to rank them, I'm going Juan, Luis, Chuck. Oh, yeah. Ralph Carr, Chi Sox, Swords, and Braves feathers. Wow, that guy got all dressed up. He must have been a fun dude. Terry Garr must have loved him. It's always a different evening, if you will. Right? Tony Fernandez was a Yankee? Okay. Francisco Barrios. Who is Francisco Barrios? All right, King M goes Juan, Chucky, Castillo. Wow, you go Castillo after Chucky. Don't forget, Castillo reimagined himself as a pitcher, didn't he? Brad Klontz. Obi, you mentioned him before as a middle reliever for the Braves. Little pepper pot. Chipper Jones. Speaking of that, Chipper Jones, Stadium Club. Seems like whenever Obi's on, we always pull a Chipper Jones. And then Scott, not you don't want to feel left out. So we just got a Red Sox. Hard hitting Mark Whitten. Most RBIs in a doubleheader or something. He did something good one day. Larry Magnet. Well, let's see if we get an Andrew McCutchen. 4 home runs in that one game. Yeah. Here's a crystal ball. I guess they're trying to predict like if this guy's going to be good or not. So the crystal ball had to say that this guy was going to suck. Phil Nevin, number 1 pick, drafted higher than Derek Jeter. To get like 5 career hits. Gary Sheffield, Extreme Corpse on the Marlins. Stauffer needs to be here. We have questions about leadoff hitting Marlins. We got a Sheffield on the Marlins. that King Ed may claim before Marlin correspondent does. I have no choice but to give it to King M once he claims it over Stafford because rules are rules. Good base coach. Yeah, wasn't he Phil Nevin, a Yankees coach? His kid Tyler played for the Rockies and then he escaped to Baltimore and he still did nothing. Maybe this year he will. Oh man, Stafford's lost in the mountains hiking somewhere. He has no cell service. Praying for him. Let's all, let's have a moment of silence for Stafford. A lot can happen in the mountains. There's mountain lions and no cell phone. All right, Mike did claim it. Stop, snooze, you lose. We wish he was snoozing. He's hiking. So for a moment of silence, we're going to count to 5 and just look at Gary Sheffield while Stafford is hiking. All right. Stafford, hope you're having a good time. Tramp, you must be present to claim. Like if Kingham, I know Kingham was going to claim Sheffield. If he didn't claim it, then this would obviously go to the Marlins correspondent Stafford. But if you claim it, all right. Since King M is a great guy, everybody here is great people. Another example of this is he will trade him to Sheffield. He's only asking one card, a Schmidt rookie, which is a very fair deal because the Schmidt rookie has 2 other people on it. So does that really make it lessens the value when you see John Hilton and Ron Say on it? So, Staff, let me know if you guys trade it before I put them in the stashes to make it easier for you. Everybody's stashes went out yesterday, so you should get them hopefully by Christmas, depending on how fast the postal service is. King M's, yours did not go out. Yours is going to be given to you in person over some shrimp. Braves up 1-0. Austin Riley, I predicted him to be the MVP of the LCS. I did. You can go back and watch the video. Hit a double. Transaction. It's not one word, it's 2 words. Transaction. John Wetland. I don't know what the hell is up with this card. So I'm just going to put it on the side. Oh, he'll even take a Jason Schmidt rookie, Scott. If you want to let Staff know or I'll let or anybody. DM him, Extreme Corpse, Kevin Apier, and Bobby Bonilla. I don't know what these Extreme Corpse means. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that transaction. I don't know. Everybody, each his own. I'm not judging, but to put that stuff on a baseball card, I don't know how I feel about that. It would. I think it should be going that pile, LGBTQ pile, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just I don't know why they would put them on the baseball card, especially in '94. Fuck John Rocker. Sorry for cursing. Jimmy, I don't think you're on, but Bobby Bonilla. Happy Bobby Bonilla Day. He's on the Mets here. He just made about $400,000 from me showing this card. Jason Bates. Extreme Quirks following transaction. Yeah, this is a pretty cool pack. Was he an actor? I don't know. Is John related to Harold and Kumar? The White Sox dudes, right? White Castle dudes. I don't know. Justine Bates' brother, the Family Ties girl. Jason Bates. Ozark. Doug Jones. Doug Jones was an Oriole. Scott Valentine. What was that? Oh, what did he say? Mr. Keaton. Mr. Keaton, he said to Scott Valentine, so what are your plans for the future? What the hell is it? Nick. What are your plans for the future, Nick? I don't know, Mr. Keaton. Oh, Can you elaborate on that, Nick? Yeah, I don't know. And then he said, I know I ain't the classiest guy. I know I'm not no Sylvester Stallone, but I know that I really like your daughter, Mr. Keaton. Yeah, Nick. Nick was a great actor. He was a great, great actor. He's up there with like Monroe from Too Close for Comfort, Larry Three's Company, like the sidekick, not the main character, but the sidekick who eclipses the main character, becomes the fan favorite. We're talking about Nick from Family Ties, Scott Valentine's character, Jose Valentine's kid, the Red Sox shortstop, great. Andy Pettit, Paul, if you're watching, and Dave Winfield on the Cleveland Guardians, Mr. May. If he was playing in the playoffs right now, he'd go for the series. Hey. Final pack is Topps Fire. The goal here is Jose Canseco. I don't think he's in the set, but that's what will make it even more rare for Paul's card. Luis Campusano. John Valentine. Jose Valentine was the brewer. John Valentine was Scott Valentine's brother through marriage. It's tough when you have brothers in the major leagues. I think John Valentine, didn't he hit like 25 home runs one year? Michael Conforto, free agent. I don't know if they'll give him the qualifying offer. He killed me this year in so many leagues. I'll be the first to admit it. While I touted Cedric Mullins big time, I'll ride the victory wave there. I shit the bed on Michael Conforto. Sorry for cursing. And many others. Alec Boehm, Scott Kingery. But Conforto killed me. Bobby Valentine, he was the house manager. He managed the house. What do John Valentine and Mickey Morandini have in common? Unassisted triple plays, I'm going to guess. Because I think that's the only thing Mickey Morandini's known for. Mickey, if you're watching, you're a great dude. You were very kind to me and my son when I met you about 2 years ago at Citizens Bank Park. We took a picture, if you remember. But you were a scrappy player, a good player, You were a hard hustling kind of guy. But yep, they both had unassisted triple plays. That was totally a guess. If you asked me if John Valentine had an unassisted triple play, I'd say, I don't know. But putting it with Morandini. And if you asked any non-Philly or non-Red Sox fan that, they probably wouldn't know. I only know Morandini did that because I think I was at the game. I was definitely watching it. I don't remember if it was live or not. I don't remember what card I just pulled out a few minutes ago. We have Liftoff, Cody Bellinger. He finally got a hit the other night. All M2s are classy. King M, Mickey Moniak, Mickey Morandini, Eloy Jimenez. Oh, he only hit like 9 home runs, I think, this year. He might be a buy low. In redraft, people might forget about him. Soto, Manny Ramirez on the Indians. Let me check something. Where did they go? Oh, here they are. I got a badass binder right here. Now, Scott asked if I have any fire hits. Rafael Marchand. Mickey Moniak, it's like a sepia. It's like non-color one. That's pretty good. Bobby Dalbec like this. I know you're a Dalbec fan. And Joey Bart, like that. It's like the non-color sepia, and it says rookie ignition. It's going to ignite him into only striking out 5 times a game instead of 10. So yeah, Fire has been good to me this year. But we're going to open 2 more packs. They're going to be Bowman Platinum. There's only 4 cards in each pack. So we're going to see within about 30 seconds if we have something good here. Ugh. He was. Still had a pretty decent rookie year, Dalbeck. Was happy with him. Sam Huff, rookie. He hits balls very far, baseballs very far. Ugh. 0 for 18. I think you're right. I think he was. Brandon Lowe, 0 for 18 for the ALCS or for the playoffs. Freddie Valdez. He was the 17th prospect on the Mets organization. So top 500 maybe in baseball, 400. They made a card of him. That makes sense. This is like a snowflake card. It's all snowy in the background. George Springer. He's on the Red Sox now? Since when? JD Martinez running. He's not known for his speed. You would think that would make him like take a picture of him hitting one of his monster home runs. Juan Soto again. Do we have any Soto fans? I mean, obviously we all like him. He's a good player. I would think you all respect him. Anybody PC him? Mason Martin. I think he's got some power, this kid. 35 home runs. Yeah, 2019 hit 35. Wow. He does have some power. Who knew? Lewin Diaz, rookie. Pretty sharp card. He has power too. And here's another one of those. This is a numbered card up to 250. Jose Abreu. I think he's the reigning MVP. And the card's numbered to 250. We could definitely get a ton of Greg Jeffries for this card. The reigning MVP, numbered, only touched by one person for about 4 seconds. The Springer card's not numbered, so that makes the Abreu even more rare. All right, that looks like that's all I got tonight, fellas. Oh, Freddie was traded. He was the player to be named later in the Benintendi trade. So why didn't Bowman put him on the Red Sox on this card? I mean, I just opened the pack now. So if you knew he was traded, it must have happened before yesterday. So for them not to update this card before I open the pack, it's malpractice. It's definitely unacceptable on Bowman's part. If a player's traded, you update the cards before someone opens the packs. I think that's a fair ask. Horrible. No class. So that's all I got tonight, fellas. We did all right. You know, usually on the weekend we don't get that many hits, but I think we did all right tonight. We got the Queen Moncada, the numbered Abreu, which is probably worth about like at least $250 since it's numbered to that. Exactly. If we know it, why can't Bowman do it? If we know it, we know. Scotty knew. This crew knew that Valdez wasn't on the Mets anymore. Why doesn't Bowman know that? They should put us on their payroll so we could tell them, Mr. Bowman, wait. You got to change the uniform before you put that card out. All right. Scotty pulled out at Torkelson last night. We'll check that out. Definitely. All right, fellas, that's all I got tonight. Thank you all for joining. Always a good time. Hope I brought some laughs to Saturday Night Fever. So you guys keep watching. I'll keep ripping. Go Braves. Everybody have a good evening. Thank you. Thank yous.